There are two change models. You're likely only using the first, and the second one will help you maximize your potential. Let's begin with a story. Bob, he just had a heart attack, and he's got all these changes that are coming at him from every single direction. Everybody from his garbage man to his wife, his friends at work, his colleagues, his doctor, his son, daughter, everybody's telling him all the things he should change. But for years, he's been ignoring the mitigate stress, maybe do some yoga, some stretch out, delegate some things, change his diet to something that could be cleaner. His all the blood pressure, high blood pressure, or hypertension, all those things that come at people when they say that you could have done all these changes along the way. And he was ignoring the piece of the change model that could help him maximize his potential, and was forced into a survival-based change model. And why is it survival-based change? Because he wants to stay alive. He wants to be here on earth. We can use this also with things like keep a job, keep a marriage, keep a relationship, keep a friendship, those type of things where we're forced into change. And it's got this quick, short burn that is fueled by this need to survive, or need for this way of life to survive. And it boils down to this, is that we only change when the pain of staying the same becomes more from the discomfort of changing. And that's why we're forced into, through these impacts of life, through the survival-based change model. Now, the change formula is the same in both models. We'll get to the second model later, but I want to explain this. What is a change? Stephen Covey's begin with the end in mind. What we want to do, our future self and future self continuity, those type of, what do we want to change? What is the change? Bob, in this case, he wants to heal from the surgery he had, probably get off medication that he has. He needs to mitigate stress. And these all these different changes he wants to do to extend his life and not have another heart attack in the near future. So they has awareness around this. So equals change equals awareness multiplied times his commitment. His commitment is off the charts right now because he just had this heart attack. Then he takes action, multiply times action. Then we're going to build change momentum. And we have to be aware of that it can be a change relapse at some point because he's tied into certain foods or tied into certain emotions and chemicals and cortisol and stress and all these different things that Bob's addicted to. And so luckily for him, his level of commitment is so high that he can actually over time make change. And that's the beautiful part of this, because at some point, our hero, Bob, is now 10 years in the future. He's crossing the finish line from one of his many marathons that he is completing right now in this moment. And what has happened over this time that he's transitioned from the survival-based change model to a future-based change model. And at some point, Bob went from surviving and living his life in the rawest possible form to, wait a minute, I want to be around for grandkids and walking my daughter down the aisle, and I want to be an example to future generations and those type of things, to what can I do to rebound from this, to what can I do to keep moving forward and be my very best self. And that is, he's decided he wanted to become a runner and become this and complete marathons and have these notches in his belt, so to speak. And so what he had to do is okay, if I want to be a marathon runner, it doesn't matter that I had a heart attack. What matters is I need to train. And it was a training program, and I need a trainer, and I got to build my cardio and my VO2 max, and I've got to get some running shoes, and I've got to start by walking, and I've got to complete miles, and I've got to, spend time on the road or on the treadmill or those type of things. So he had to have this vision for the future of completing his first marathon, but it started with taking action and a level of commitment and having awareness so he could make that change. And that's what this really is. But the question is, could Bob have started running marathons without actually having the heart attack? That's the question. Because a future-based change model that has the same formula of what is the change, what is the awareness, equals awareness, times commitment, times action, and change momentum, he didn't have the same energy, didn't have the same commitment, didn't take the same action, because the future-based change model doesn't hold the same energy level normally, because we only are focused on staying the same. Because remember, we don't change typically. And until the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the discomfort from actually changing. So what happens is we have to have a mindset shift. We have to tap into our Epimindset. Tap into your Epimindset and say, wait a minute, I see my future self. I see the change that I want to have. Like, you can see the past videos from me, and during COVID, Modern Longevitarian, I look like a completely different person 4 years later. Why is it? Because my future self is continually getting younger, continually doing things to fine-tune my diet, and it has principles around things like I only consume things that are good for me and helpful. I don't eat things that are bad for me. So I continually am refining a diet that helps me maximize my potential. And you can do the same thing instead of continue eating the same thing just because your parents or your grandparents or anybody done that. It ate those things. So I'm saying this, what is the change that you want to make in your life? And then have awareness around where you are starting at today. Multiply that by your level of commitment to who you really want to be, what the change you want over here. Then multiply that times the action you take. Now you can add a plus sign right here and take a little bit of action, an intermittent action or no action at all, and that will determine how much change you have over here. And then you have momentum. You can build change momentum by taking more action, having a higher level commitment, and having this greater self-awareness, and you can totally maximize your potential. And that's how change models impact change. It's because the survival-based change model is basically only takes you so far. It will only take you to the point to where you're out of danger and that you save the job, you save the life, you save the relationship. That's where it will take you. It won't take you to greatness. It won't take you to your true self. It won't take you to your potential. It won't take you to the places you dream of going. It won't make you a global citizen. It won't make you super fit with a six-pack with money falling out your pocket with the person of your dreams on your arm. It won't take you there. It just keeps you in this place and tethered to the master narrative that you were born into. Survival-based change, again, is enacted only when the pain of staying the same becomes greater than the discomfort of changing. So I'm telling you to embrace the discomfort and get comfortable with being uncomfortable with change. And that's what the change formula is. And it's broken down to those two different change models. If you want to learn more about change and all those things, we have more videos that will attach to this right now, or you can go to our blog, epimindset.com. You can subscribe to us for more future videos and stay tuned for the change formula.